Welcome to the Infographic Show's yearly roundup of the top 10 militaries in the world. Despite the potential for conflict between NATO and Russia, and China's continued aggression in the South China Sea, global military spending is actually down by 0.1% over 2017. So what's that mean for the top 10 of 2018? Who stayed on top, who switched spots, and who got the boot from the elite top 10? First, the rules. Nations are not ranked solely on total number of weapons available, but rather on weapon diversity. In modern combined arms warfare, a strong military must be able to meet threats on sea, air, land, and even space simultaneously. A nation is also ranked according to its civilian sector, the state of its industry, access to natural resources, and the strength of its economy. Modern warfare is very expensive, and a nation that can't pay for it or supply its factories with needed materials won't last very long. Lastly, available manpower is a key consideration, as larger nations will have more manpower available for conscription or to fill roles needed in wartime industry. All these factors are calculated into a power index rating score, with a score of 0.0000 being perfect. At number 10 for 2018 is Germany, a nation of nearly 80.5 million people and an available manpower pool of 29.5 million possible conscripts currently fit for service. Its total active military personnel numbers about 179,000, with a further 30,000 reservists who could be supplemented with 791,000 youths reaching military age in 2018. Its Air Force fields a total of 714 total aircraft, with 94 fighter aircraft, 181 attack aircraft, and 58 attack helicopters. While Germany primarily fields the modern and very capable Eurofighter Typhoon, all but 10 of its Typhoons were recently grounded due to equipment failures that have been plaguing the German military service for the last few years, throwing Germany's current war readiness into question. Of its 432 combat tanks, 328 of them are modern Leopard 2A6. The German Navy fields 81 total hulls, with only 6 attack submarines, 5 corvettes, and 10 frigates, the rest being support or light patrol/attack aircraft. Despite ongoing equipment problems plaguing its military, Germany still holds an impressive power index rating of 0.2461. Coming in at number 9 is NATO member Turkey. With a total population of 80.8 million and 35 million civilians currently fit for service, Turkey's active duty military numbers at 350,000 with 360,000 reservists. Its Air Force fields 1,056 total aircraft, with 207 fighter aircraft and 207 attack aircraft, along with 54 ground attack helicopters. Its primary fighter is the American-made F-16, a very capable but quickly aging aircraft that risks obsoletism in the face of emerging fifth-generation aircraft around the world. Currently, Turkey is equipped with 2,446 combat tanks, mostly obsolete M48 or M60 Pattons, accompanied by 397 Leopard 1s and 354 Leopard 2s. The Turkish Navy is equipped with 194 total hulls, with 16 frigates, 10 corvettes, 12 submarines, and 34 patrol craft, making it one of the best equipped in the Mediterranean. With numerous, but mostly obsolete tanks, Turkey's power index rating for 2018 is 0.2216. At number 8 is Japan, with a total population of 126.5 million, of which only 44 million are fit for service due to a rapidly aging population. Its military includes 247,000 total active duty personnel, with 63,000 reservists and 1.2 million youths reaching military age in 2018. As an island nation, Japan has invested heavily into its air and naval forces, with a total of 1,508 aircraft, 290 of which are fighters, and 290 of which are attack aircraft, with 84 ground attack helicopters. The majority of its air force is comprised of F-15Js, a Japanese variant of the American-made F-15C Eagle produced under license. Japan is equipped with 679 combat tanks, primarily Type 90s, a formidable but aging model. Of its 131 total naval ships, it fields 4 light aircraft carriers, 36 destroyers, 6 corvettes, and 17 submarines, making it one of the deadliest navies in Asia. With a formidable navy and a robust air force, Japan earns a 2018 power index rating of 0.2107. Facing the ever-present threat of war against its northern neighbor, South Korea rises to number 7 this year. South Korea's total population numbers 51.2 million, with 21 million conscripts fit for service in case of war, and 690,000 youths reaching military age in 2018. Its active duty military personnel numbers 625,000, but with the everyday possibility of war hanging over South Korea's head, it features an incredible reservist force of 5.2 million, leaving no question as to South Korea's war readiness. The nation fields 1,560 total military aircraft, with 406 fighter aircraft, 466 attack aircraft, and 112 attack helicopters. The bulk of its air force is American-made F-16 or F-15s, but South Korea is currently developing a 4.5 generation fighter jet in conjunction with Indonesia, codenamed KF-X. Its ground forces are equipped with 2,654 combat tanks, most of which are domestically produced K-1s based on the American Abrams design. Its robust navy is equipped with 166 total hulls, with 1 aircraft carrier, 12 frigates, 12 destroyers, 14 corvettes, and 16 submarines. Despite still fielding the obsolete F-4 Phantom and M48 Patton tanks, South Korea still holds a power index rating of 0.2001. At number 6 is a one-time global superpower, the United Kingdom. With a total population of 64.7 million, Great Britain retains 24 million fit-for-service potential conscripts and 750,000 youths reaching military age in 2018. Its military numbers 198,000 active duty personnel with 81,000 reservists. Despite 832 total aircraft, most of the UK's aircraft are trainers or transports, with only 103 fighters, 143 attack aircraft, and 49 total attack helicopters. Despite having only 227 combat tanks, it's worth noting that all of them are of the legendary Challenger 2 class, hands down one of the best protected tanks in the world today. Its navy numbers at 76 total hulls, with 2 light aircraft carriers, 13 frigates, 6 destroyers, and 10 submarines. Despite severe budget cutbacks leading to the mothballing of several British frigates, Britain's power index still holds steady at 0.1917. Also holding steady is France at number 5, with a total population of 67.1 million, of which 24 million are fit for service and 775,000 reached military age this year. Its total active duty military numbers at 205,000, with a further 184,000 reservists. France fields a formidable air force with 1,262 total aircraft, 299 of which are fighters, and 299 of which are attack aircraft, with 44 attack helicopters. Just now reaching the midpoint of its expected service life, France's Tiger attack helicopter recently underwent modernization upgrades, ensuring it will remain a formidable threat for years to come. The French army is equipped with 406 total tanks of the modern and indigenously developed Leclerc class. Its navy is one of the most fearsome in the Mediterranean, with 4 aircraft carriers, 11 frigates, 12 destroyers, and 10 submarines. With a robust economy and modern military, France holds on to the number 5 spot with a power index rating of 0.1869. At number 4 comes India, with a whopping population of 1.3 billion and 490 million fit-for-service conscripts available, and 23 million youths reaching military age in 2018. Its active duty personnel numbers 1.3 million, with a further 2.8 million reservists. Its air force numbers at 2,185 total aircraft, with 590 fighters, 804 attack aircraft, but only 15 attack helicopters. Given the probability of war against either China or Pakistan, and the mountainous terrain its troops would face, India holds one of the largest transport aircraft fleets in the world, numbering 708 in total. Its army is equipped with an impressive 4,426 combat tanks, though most of them are nearly obsolete T-72s with modern gun and armor upgrades. Its navy numbers at 295 total hulls, with 1 aircraft carrier, 14 frigates, 11 destroyers, 22 corvettes, and 16 submarines. Despite an abundance of aging and obsolete military hardware, India's sheer numbers gives it an impressive power index rating of 0.1417. At number 3 is currently the most powerful nation in Asia, China. Its population also numbers 1.3 billion, with 619 million fit for service and 19.5 million reaching military age in 2018. With the largest military in the world, its active duty personnel number 2.1 million, with a further 510,000 reservists. China's air force is equipped with 3,035 total aircraft, of which 1,125 are fighters, 1,527 are attack aircraft, and 281 are attack helicopters. The People's Liberation Army is equipped with the largest active service main battle tank force in the world, with a total of 7,716 combat tanks, although nearly half of its tank force consists of obsolete first-generation ZTZ models, license-built variants of Soviet T-54s. Its naval assets number at 714, with 1 aircraft carrier, 50 frigates, 29 destroyers, 39 corvettes, and 73 submarines. Despite an ongoing fight against rampant corruption in its military, China still holds an impressive power index rating of 0.0852, but fails to knock the Red Army from the number 2 spot. And still holding on against China, Russia remains at number 2. Russia's population numbers 141 million, with 47 million fit-for-service potential conscripts and 1.3 million youths reaching military age in 2018. Its active duty military numbers 1 million, with a further 2.5 million reservists. The Russian Air Force fields 3,914 total aircraft, with 818 fighters, 1,416 attack aircraft, and a whopping 511 attack helicopters. While the Russian army is, on paper, listed as having 20,300 combat tanks in service, most of these are mothballed and obsolete Cold War-era models that would take weeks to refurbish and train crews for. Its navy sports a total of 352 hulls, with 1 aircraft carrier, 9 frigates, 13 destroyers, 78 corvettes, and 62 submarines. Proving Stalin's old adage that quantity is a quality all its own, Russia may field large numbers of obsolete weapon systems, but still retains the number 2 spot with a power index of 0.0841. And finally, at the number 1 spot is the United States of America. With a population of 327 million, it has 120 million fit-for-service potential conscripts and 4.2 million youths reaching military age in 2018. Its active duty personnel numbers at 1.3 million, with a further 801,000 reservists. The US Air Force is the largest in the world, with 13,362 total aircraft, of which 1,962 are fighters, 2,820 are attack aircraft, and 973 are attack helicopters. With 187 operational F-22s, the US currently fields the only 5th-generation aircraft fleet in the world and is poised to replace its entire inventory with another 5th-generation model, the F-35. Its army boasts 5,884 combat tanks of the Abrams variety equipped with modernization updates. The US Navy fields 416 total hulls, with a whopping 20 aircraft carriers, 10 frigates, 65 destroyers, and 66 submarines. With a mostly modern military and a naval air fleet larger than most other nations' entire air force, it's no surprise the US remains at number 1 with a power index rating of 0.0181.